Something happened to me while listening to the telepathy tapes. I had moments of activation, moments of awakening, and profound realizations about my own consciousness, about reality, and about experiences that I've had that I never had the words to express. In January of 2025, the Telepathy Tape podcast hit #1 spot on Spotify, surpassing Joe Rogan. And I know why. Because this series isn't just another podcast, it's a movement. It's tearing down the old walls that say this is impossible and replacing them with real stories, real evidence, real people's experiences. And that is exactly why I want to talk about it, because for far too long, conversations about telepathy, ESP, and consciousness have been shut down, stonewalled, ridiculed, ignored, and swept under the rug, buried by outdated scientific models. But now, the doors are being flung wide open, and I want to step through them with you. If you haven't had a chance to listen to the Telepathy Tape podcast yet, I highly recommend it. It is super delicious mind candy that will challenge everything that you think about reality. And if this conversation excites you, hit the like button, drop a comment below, and tell us about your own telepathic experience or extrasensory perception. I know everyone has had at least one in their lives, and we want to open this conversation up to all of us to share our experiences so we can delve deeper into the possibility of the expansion of our consciousness, the expansion of our abilities. And hit that subscribe button, because this is just the first of many conversations about the Telepathy Tape podcasts that we are about to get into. So what are the Telepathy Tapes? This is a groundbreaking documentary series created, written, and produced by Kai Dickens, who had the vision to explore something that most of the world has dismissed as fantasy: the extraordinary abilities of non-speaking individuals with autism. As Kai so beautifully puts it, the Telepathy Tapes dare to explore the profound abilities of those who have for a very long time been misunderstood and underestimated. These silent communicators challenge the limits of what we believe to be real. They are consistently demonstrating telepathy and otherworldly abilities that for decades have been quietly witnessed by teachers, parents, and caregivers. One of the key figures in this research is Dr. Diane Powell, a neuroscientist who for years has been studying children who cannot speak. But now, as technology has developed, they can type out exact words, numbers, images, and thoughts that are being held in someone else's mind. I know how that sounds, but here's where it gets really wild. Kai has videotaped numerous children with autism over and over and over again, blindfolded, unable to see, and consistently describing the numbers, words, letters, and pictures in someone else's mind, nailing it with over 90% accuracy every single time. And just so you know, this wasn't some sloppy, wishful thinking experiment. This was scientifically controlled with cameras, randomized tests, EEG brain scans, and even skeptics in the room in attendance for many of these experiments. And even still, these kids nailed it. Here's why this matters to me personally. I grew up in a time where intuition, ESP, telepathy, anything that had to do with consciousness or spirituality was deemed woo-woo and dismissed. If you talked about these topics in public, you risked being ridiculed, written off as a flake. And yet, growing up, I knew that there was something going on. I knew that there was a deeper meaning to the world. When I heard these stories on the telepathy tapes, the evidence, the undeniable human experiences of parents and children from all over the world, I realized that this is a paradigm shift we're experiencing right now. And I'm not alone in feeling that. Listening to the telepathy tapes awakened something deep. I have spent decades exploring the spiritual realms, developing my gifts, and using them as a professional healer, teacher, guide, counselor, and even a ceremonial priestess for large public festivals and ceremonies. And yet, as I listened to Kai Dickens and Dr. Powell's stories, explaining how materialist scientists continue to reject the undeniable evidence of these people's experiences, I felt a surge of anger and frustration. And in that frustration, I recognized a truth, that a small part of my being, after all of this time, has still been waiting for permission, for some sort of public acceptance that what I do, my experience, is real. A small part of my being has been waiting in the background for this permission and approval in order to step fully into my power and my calling. But the courage and unwavering dedication of Kai Dickens and Dr. Powell and the parents and the children within the telepathy tapes shattered that last bit of hesitation, unlocking an even deeper freedom within me to express, to explore, and to boldly say, yes, this is real. And yes, we can all develop it. 20 years ago, synchronicity led me to a course that profoundly changed my life. Awakening Your Light Body by Oren and Daben. This isn't just another ordinary meditation course. It is a carefully designed transformational system to expand your awareness, activate your energy bodies, and deepen your connection to your own higher guidance. Throughout my journey as a spiritual teacher, I have offered workshops, hands-on healing certifications, and courses all designed to expand our consciousness in different ways. But through all of these offerings, there is one that I return to time and time again. One that remains my favorite to teach because of the deep, undeniable transformation it creates within my students. Awakening Your Light Body. I have spent decades developing my intuition, my ESP, my telepathic abilities, learning new healing modalities to support my clients' healing processes, and throughout all of my journeys, this course, Awakening Your Light Body, remains one of the most profound foundational tools for spiritual awakening that I have ever found. The truth is that your intuition, your extrasensory abilities, your connection to higher guidance has always existed within you. This is the course that gives you the keys to unlock them. Inside the Awakening Your Light Body course container, you will learn how to quiet your mind and receive clear intuitive guidance, strengthen your extrasensory and telepathic abilities, align with your highest path and purpose, activate your energy bodies for deeper awareness, and transmit light to your manifestations, your dreams, your future, so that you can live the life of your dreams like magic with ease. So if you are ready to drop the endless piecing together of bits of knowledge, the trial and error of the do-it-yourself spiritual path, and instead step into a proven, guided path of lasting transformation, I invite you to join me. Trust your intuition. It has led you here for a reason. Click the link below to learn more and begin your journey of awakening your light body. I'll see you inside.